You are welcome to yet another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. R. Kelly's appeal process is taking longer than usual, and many people are now wondering when this will be over such that they can know the fate of their most favorite R&B singer and greatest of all time than be left in suspense uncertain of what is going to happen next. There is indeed a good cause for them to feel this way, especially knowing well that this is the same tactic the government used back in 2019, when with the help of their judicial counterparts and using the COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse, they managed to delay R. Kelly's trial for years, a period which they put to good use manipulating the entire legal system to ensure they would win their case against him regardless. Remember that it was during this long wait that the surviving R. Kelly documentary rooted deeper into the masses, influencing the jurors to think R. Kelly was a very bad man and subsequently prejudicing him. There is no doubt the documentary was the making of the government and its partners in the R. Kelly takedown project. The excessive support which has been given to this TV series alone is enough to indicate that the government together with their judicial counterparts do have an interest in the production's success. And this is largely because all their decisions to arrest, indict and try R. Kelly have been based on this commercial TV show. While R. Kelly was waiting in jail during this long wait, government used this time to open up a case against one Don Russell and place charges, for which they now demand that R. Kelly pays a sum of $10.5 million. Again, as R. Kelly waited in prison, the government made sure to use this long break to win over important defense witness Azriel to the government side, and turn her against R. Kelly, which they achieved by breaking the law and abusing R. Kelly's attorney-client privacy rights. In order to win Azriel Clary over, the government connived with several Bureau of Prisons officers to leak important restricted emails and phone call records between Robert and his attorneys, and with his other girlfriend Joycelyn Savage. During Kelly's communications with Joycelyn Savage, R. Kelly pledged never to leave her for Azriel, and coordinating with vlogger Tasha K, who at that time worked with the Clarys, this information was able to reach Azriel Clary, and like that she flipped against R. Kelly. It's no problem that Azriel Clary changed goalposts, but what's illegal is the way government achieved this in an act of aggravated witness tampering, and the fact that leaking this restricted information to the public is in itself illegal practice. Once the government had Azriel as their principal witness, they had a better chance to successfully manipulate the team of 12 jurors, and like that, R. Kelly was prejudiced and wrongfully convicted. It is also during this long break that the government managed to convince all the women who would later testify on government's behalf, promising them immunities from conviction for their own crimes in exchange for their participation. This is the reason we saw government present over 40 bad act accusers during the court hearing, all of whom were describing uncharged allegations irrelevant to the case and therefore confirming prejudice. They technically made sure to deny him bail and keep him locked up in prison through the years, such that they could spy on him and illegally use his voice recordings and emails to win over witnesses, and they thought we were too stupid to discover their secret agenda. As if this was not enough what they had already done, they also used this long wait to transfer the Bureau of Prisons officers who were involved in this illegal move to another government job altogether, and to forcefully retire the criminal government prosecutor Angel Kroll, who had been involved in even more illegal practices, when she inappropriately interacted with witnesses and deployed herself into evidence gathering, which is not a prosecutor's role. There is therefore no doubt that by delaying R. Kelly's appeal process, the government is likely plotting something to disenfranchise him and guarantee a win in their favor. However, this time they will not succeed. Reading through attorney Jennifer Bonjean's arguments reveals a prepared defense team that has taken time to research the laws enough to put up a good defense for the R&B King. As we have explained before, her arguments challenging the RICO charges, the Mann Act charges and the forced labor claims are quite airtight. There is no way these charges will survive if the appeal court judges choose to be fair. Another theory that could explain the reason for the delaying tactics is that the government simply wants to throw the public attention off this case. R. Kelly being the celebrity he is, there are millions of people around the world who are keenly following and watching to see how our justice system handles this matter, and in case they didn't know, our judicial system has been placed on a weighing scale and is going to be tested. Delaying justice, however, will not throw supporters and fans of R. Kelly off, for we shall continue to remind them of what's happening every single day. All the government is left to do now is stand on the sidelines and allow the law to take its course. There will be no more rigging, as was the case in New York with Judge Ann Donnelly, who in her poor judgment felt R. Kelly deserved to serve 3 decades in prison like he was a cold-blood murderer he has never been. Meanwhile, attorney Jennifer Bonjean has requested an oral argument, and therefore we can expect a heated appeal process as she reasons out case facts to overturn the false accusations and a wrongful conviction which saw R. Kelly found guilty on all 10 counts. According to Victoria Nofin, no matter how long they hold him, he will still remain famous and his music will continue to echo in our heads. In fact, when he is finally out, he should redo The Storm Is Over and The World's Greatest. Those songs will come in handy for a great celebration. I have never felt this grieved about someone's sentence like I have felt about R. Kelly's. But I believe he will be out soon. There is no doubt R. Kelly's trial process was not fair. Reading through the trial transcript reveals he was clearly prejudiced, and this is so wrong. Most of the charges were only forced into the equation but just don't match any of his cases. The RICO, for example, which suggests he operated a criminal gang that doesn't exist. The Mann Act that suggests he intentionally put women on a plane to another state in order to expose them to a disease which is not practically possible. To invoke the Mann Act, the purpose of travel should have been to commit crime with convenience, which is just not possible with exposing women to an STD. Plus, what could have been the motivation? Nothing. According to Sierra Leone, it's sad to see R. Kelly treated this way, yet there is solid proof that every one of these women lied. They knew exactly what they were doing and now claim to have been brainwashed. Even those who were above 25 and in their 30s, like Ashanti McGee and Faith Rogers, claimed they were brainwashed. I just want solid proof, for I don't like games. All I saw in his case was he said, she said. No concrete evidence. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.